Good afternoon everyone and welcome to another tutorial from Professor Farmtown. Today we'll be talking about overcrowding the sheds, barns, and hutches of purchased animals. If you look at my sheds here, you'll see that I have over 1,000 sheep and llama in one facility. In my hutch I have close to 500 rabbits. And even though the system only allows you to put 180 currently into these sheds, there are a way to get them overcrowded in this. First, let's go to another farm where I have room to show you how to do this. Now, what we're going to do is very simply have an area where you can put your animals. It makes it easier to work. As you can see, I have none here in this rabbit hutch right now. What we're going to do is make sure your farm is your default farm, and then go up and copy the link to that farm. Now, you go down to the store and you buy a single animal that you want. Like in this case, we're going to do the rabbits. You buy one, put it on your farm, then add that to your empty hutch. And then you'll see that you only have one rabbit in there right now. Then you go offline by clicking this little plug up here, disconnect from the mainframe, and open up another tab. Paste the link to your farm in that tab and open up that farm again. Now you open up your second tab and then you go up to the top and you go offline again. And once you go offline, you open up your third tab. Again, go offline for each tab and continue until you have all the windows you want open. So then now we have 4 tabs open, and we're going to put this last one offline. And then we're going to go back to the first farm, or the first tab I should say. And we're going to go to the store. First, what you want to do is make sure you freeze your animals. Up here in the toolbox, select down towards the bottom, freeze animals. Make sure they're frozen, that way they're not moving all over the place on you. You bought that one animal, go to buy multiple, and just fill up your pen or wherever you got your animals corralled at. You don't need to keep track of how many rabbits you're putting on your farm. Just, you don't want to overload it because then it'll go slow. Just put a bunch on there, and then when you get as many as you want on there, you can start adding them to your hutch. To do that, you go to the tools and go to this box that says add to animal buildings, and then you just click on them and they'll all go into the hutch. Once all the animals you had bought are in the hutch, you can open it up and see how many you have in there, get an idea of how many more you need, and just repeat adding animals to the farm and then back to the shed until you have it full. Now, as you get closer to the end, a window will pop open and tell you when you're full. It says you can only add up to 180 animals. And you still have extras there, but don't worry about it. Open up your hutch and you can see you have 180 in there. When you're done with that, you save your changes and then you close the tab. Your next tab will show up, and if you notice, if you open up the hutch here, you'll see that you still have one rabbit in there. That's because that one rabbit we put in there before we opened our tab will be on every tab. And then you just go to the store and you buy a rabbit, like we did the last time. Buy one rabbit and select multiple, purchase them, and add them to your shed. And repeat this until on each tab until you are done. Now, here we are on the last tab, and we're finishing filling up the hutch. Once again, it will tell you when you're full. And once you're full, you just refresh the farm. And when your farm opens up and it refreshes, you go to your hutch and open up your hutch. And you'll see you have indeed overcrowded your hutch. Now all these extra rabbits you have here are what you had extra on each tab. They all show up on the end. And to get rid of them the old-fashioned way, you would click on each one individually and sell them. A much faster and easier way is you go to your toolbox and you select your Add to Storage tool. Then go back to the farm and click on each rabbit and add them to your storage. And instead of pulling down a pull-down menu on each rabbit and selling them, by adding them all to the storage, once they're all there, you just sell them all at one time from the marketplace. To do that, once there, you go down and you click on the map, then click on Marketplace, and then on you want to sell your harvester gifts, and then show me your prices, and click on Items. If you're not already there, use your pull down menu to go to Animals, and then click on the white rabbits, and one click, and they're all sold. And that's all there is to it. Happy farming, people.